Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale. Yeah, we need to adjust the camera a little bit here. Nick, what's going on there? Either that or maybe you slide over just a tad. How about that? There we go. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show. Now we're all jacked up. Look at that thing. It's all crooked on there, Nick. You're going to have to adjust the camera, not the base there. Hey, we got some people watching, Nick, too. Hey, good morning, everybody. Okay. And yeah, we're trying to get everything set here and going and stuff. Last week we didn't have this picture up here, Nick, and Nick got it fixed for us today. So we got our Underhood Show live on the back camera. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. It's the only show you know you get paid to call in on. Josh is off today. Very sorry. He is at his father-in-law's funeral. So Josh and everybody and his family, prayers for everybody on that situation.
Absolutely.
Sucks, but it is life and everything else too, so I get it. So anyway, hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. Hey, anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, anything you want to talk about in the automobile world, MH Ford Racing, anything in the racing world, we'd love to talk to you and answer your questions at 316-462-3673. That number comes right into the main switchboard. And tell the girls you want to get patched into the podcast with your question. And each and every caller gets this great price package, and it's only show I know you get paid to call in on. Got a lot of podcasts out there, but I'm sure that anybody pays you to call in and talk to their show. But we're going to give you a great price package by over $130. Usually it's Josh saying what the package is, Nick, but can you rattle off what's everything in the package or not?
Okay, so you get I'm going to miss some of it, so you'll
That's all right. I'll help you out with it.
But you're going to get the Works package, which includes an oil and filter change with all Motorcraft products that we use here at Mel Hambelton Ford. You're going to get $10 to Mel's Diner. You're going to get a complete nitrogen fill for your tires. You're going to get $10 in Ford Pass reward points. What have I left out? And you're going to get a BG.
There you go. There you got it. The BG products, a CF5 product, yep. And a 44K.
Yep.
Best fuel per preventative maintenance, not a technician in a can, but a great stuff there on the BG products. How I would do it if it was me, I would take the 44K, run that through a full tank of gas. And usually I don't tell you to do this, but run it as low as you possibly can so you can get all that chemical mixed. And that 44K is a mixture. You can't, if you put too much in, it won't work. You put a little too in, it won't work. So you got to mix that up right and burn it all the way through. Then the second tank, put in the CF5. And the CF5 is more of a protectant. Yep. The 44K is kind of a cleaner kind of a deal, but it's a preventative maintenance, not a fix all or anything else like that from that standpoint. If it does get to that point that you've messed up and didn't do enough maintenance and you do need to go into a little deeper, then BG's got some great other products that go in there to really clean up your engine. Whether you got to go through the rail, the fuel to run it through the injectors, or whether you have some that goes through the intake manifold to clean all that carbon out of there. And let me tell you, with today's fuels and stuff like that and the heat that we're running these engines, yep, it doesn't take much to build those carbons up inside there. Basically, when you shut your engine off, there's still fuel laying in the intake and the runners and everything. That boils back up in there, and that's where that carbon just starts building and everything. And it really affects the back of the throttle plate as much as first is where it starts. But again, if you get in those situations, we got it. So anyway, only show I know you get paid on, $130 value, plus that multi-point inspection from that standpoint. So let's get the phones ringing. Love to hear from you. Love to answer your questions and see what's going on in the old racing world, whatever happens there from that part. So,
yeah. And, you talk about BG products, they make a very diverse product line of all kinds of maintenance items for your car, not just the fuel system, but also the oil system and the cooling system and, the air conditioning system. And we sell it all here at Mel Hambelton Ford. We swear by it, so to speak. It's a really great line of products that just pretty much beat everything else like it on the market.
Yeah, it does. And what I've been using Nick since 1985 or 6. I can't remember exactly, right in there somewhere. That's when the what we called port fuel injection came out. and they had a lot of issues with carbon built on the end of the injectors
Mhm.
and things. And now the injectors are self-cleaning; they're a lot better, but they still build that carbon on there. But we would actually take a can of 44K, and back in the day, we charged AC cans with 1 pound cans. You took a little clamp around the bottom of the can, you clamp it on there, put a hose into the deal, and you charge your AC system that way. We figured how bad that was for our AC systems down the road too. But so we do the same thing with 44K. We shut the fuel pump off, put that valve on there, and run it right down into the rail. And boy, would it clean injectors.
I bet it would.
But it would smell so bad. It was crazy what would come out that tailpipe and stuff. So it evolved from cleaning injectors into all these other things that BG Products have. I love they're right here in Wichita for their research and development lab. They've got an incredible thing over there that we've been through many, many times. Hey, we just had our yellow Mustang on the dyno over there the other day to check in out too. Can't wait to get our chrome car up on that dyno here shortly too. But you're all right. It's a great line of products that does everything for your. And if you got questions, just sit down with one of our advisors and go through what you might need. And a lot of people say, well, my owner's manual says this, and I've said this many, many times. Yeah, I get it. Your owner's manual is what's minimum required to take care of that situation. It is a situation of what's the manufacturers only care about getting you through the warranty period. They don't care about long-term deals. So if you want to make sure you're protecting your investment stuff, you definitely want to hang on to those problems.
Definitely talk to your service advisor about that the next time you're in. BG comes in and they do training with our advisors about their products. Our advisors are very knowledgeable about it. You can talk to any of our advisors here at our main store or our Quick Lane. Everything is available in both places.
All right. Anyway, Nick Roberts, good morning. Goose, good morning. Hey, guys, one of you call in here. Let's talk about what's going on at Kansas International Dragway this weekend.
It's a big weekend.
What's happening stuff, too, there. So jump on that. Brandon Moon, Chanute, Humboldt, Kansas. Okay. Jim Petty, glad we'll have to talk more in depth about the Simpson stuff, too. Another exciting thing at MH Ford Racing we got going on there, too. Morning, James. Everybody, phones ringing 316-462-3673. Anything batteries, I'd love to give you this great price package. And who knows, depending on what's ailing your car, you might even get a free diagnostic out of that package too. So anyway, we'll see if we can get Nick or Goose to call in and talk about what's going on at Kansas International Dragway and what's happening out there from that part. But in turn, while we're waiting, Nick, let's go into the exciting announcements we waited earlier this week. We've been waiting on this thing for quite a while. The Simpson Racing products. Basically, if I've got it correct, is we've been a Holley distributor for a long time.
For a few years.
And Holley bought Simpson. But what took so long before we could start selling Simpson?
So Holley, you think about Holley and their Holley carburetors and, but Holley is a very big company and they own a lot of different brands in the racing industry. And Simpson is a major brand that they purchased here about a year and a half or 2 years ago. And the thing that really took so long, I think, is because Simpson had existing contracts with a lot of their distributors, and they had to wait until those contracts expired before they could open it up to the regular Holley dealers, and that just happened. It was supposed to happen back in December, and there were some pushbacks here and there, but it finally just happened here in the past couple of weeks, and we got right on the ball and started ordering and bringing in product. This coming week, we should be getting some large shipments of Simpson products, gloves, shoes, helmets. Hans, the Simpson also owns Hans device. We've got a few different styles of Hans device, different sizes coming. We'll have those in stock right here at the store. The Simpson hybrid device, we'll have those here at the store also. Just about anything you can think of Simpson, and their product line is so big and so diverse that it's really impossible to carry everything that they have, but we will have anything in their catalog available to you. They also have some really cool off the shelf driving suits that we ordered some of those yesterday. So we will be getting some of those in. Also, those are really cool. Really looking forward to getting those in and getting them on the shelf. And
so they're going to be right around the corner. We're going to have them
right around the corner, probably within the next week to week and a half, we'll have
The first order of Simpson stuff.
we'll have
and
the
everything
first
too.
order of Simpson stuff.
So come let us help you with your Simpson safety stuff. And like you said, it's kind of the top of the line stuff.
Yes, it really is.
From that part. So again, another thing to add to our arsenal or our tool belt here at Melhound Ford Racing that we can help you with. I was talking to a gentleman last night up in Salina, and we talked a lot about safety and different things from that part. And that is one thing. Everybody's, when you're involved in a wreck. And last night I didn't get to see the actual wreck, but we had a mod light hanging from the fence.
Oh, wow.
They said he had to roll probably 7 times, and I get it for how that car was up in the fence and stuff. But you know what? The guy walked away.
Yep.
No hurt, no foul, no nothing or whatever, and from that part. But that is one thing when you strap in that race car is getting the right safety equipment and stuff too. And let's just say, for God forbid that a car does catch on fire, I mean, seconds is what saves you from getting burned and everything else in that part.
It is.
And I know that's one thing Simpson has done a great job with, is making sure that to give you those other few seconds that you need to get your belts off, get out of the car, and hope for God the car's not damaged enough that you can't get out of the car or whatever, either that part. But that's one thing. So let us help you with your Simpson racing products. We'd love to help you with all that kind of stuff. Just another thing we've got added to our line. Check us out, everything out we have there at mhfordracing.com. Free shipping over $99. Or we throw that out about that $99 or not?
Yeah, we do. And safety equipment on our website always ships for free. So, it doesn't matter if it's a pair of gloves that only cost you $50 or $60 on mhfordracing.com. Safety equipment always ships for free. Safety, making sure you're safe and making sure you have your safety equipment is very important to us. So we throw that out there as a little help in that area to get you going.
Yep. So let us help you with all your racing needs. Check us out at mhfordracing.com or come by and see us in the store. We're under construction right now.
We're under a little bit of construction right now.
Trying to get things put back together there with, we remodeled the bathrooms and extended the bathrooms a little bit. So that helped us extend some of the parts room we're going to have in there too. So it looks a little funny in there right now, but we'll get it taken care of. And also 5% on everything you purchase, including the Simpson stuff. Anything you purchase in MH Ford Racing, we're good to go with that. And this kind of go back through that again. Why we have the 5% is Ford. We have Ford Pass rewards for everything you do in our service department. You get 5% back of everything that you do there. When you purchase a car, you get enough points for about 3 free oil changes on top of those points and stuff. And I looked at that and I said, you know what? We don't have anything for the racers.
That's right.
So that's why we added the 5% in for the racers. We got a separate card. I don't like that part of it, but it is what it is. The best thing we can do. And if you haven't got one yet, come in and get one signed up. And every time you use it, bank them up, use them the next time, whatever it might be. But 5% off on anything you spend in MH Ford Racing. And that part.
Yeah, it's really cool. We've had some people that have started, putting points on their cards since the beginning of the year when they were, spending money to put their car together. And now we've got into the summer and they've accumulated enough points to buy, a tire or something, or a drum of fuel or something like that. So it's pretty neat. It's definitely can help you along the way.
Okay, so let's talk about the old elephant in the room. Let's talk about tires, Nick. It's kind of a touchy situation. It's a hard deal. It's a rationing kind of a deal. But can you give everybody an update on tires, kind of what's happening with Hoosier, where we're at and what's happening there?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I guess I'll start with like the drag race street side of the world. The drag race tire situation is very good. We have a very large selection of drag tires here in our warehouse, so there's not really a lot of worry about that. The dirt racing world is a little bit different. I think one of our bigger fears going into the year was the IMCA tire. That is the tire that we sell more than any other tire in the Hoosier catalog. But as we've kind of got into the year and Hoosiers kind of got their production in line on that particular tire, it's not really as big of an issue. Right now, the major issues that we're facing are the open wheel dirt and the dirt late model tires. We're really struggling to get a sufficient amount of inventory to cover our bigger events that we have in our area and our local racing on that point. So, every day I'm working with Hoosier product managers, communicating with those guys, watching the production schedules, watching their inventory levels, trying to plan our shipments here to the store and to our dealers, based off of those production schedules. But, we're going to continue to have a shortage or a rationing situation on those particular groups of tires for, the foreseeable future. It's, when you talk about, a right rear sprint car tire, I mean, it's 105-inch around tire. It's a big tire. So there's only a limited
just a
number.
little bit of a rubber there.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
at the Hoosier factory in Plymouth, Indiana, there's only so many presses that they have that can build, a 105-inch tire. And, those presses are running, 2 shifts, plus the weekend every week to, try and build those tires. But, the demand is so high, and there's so many, racers this year, and there's so many big events and so many specials that they're just having trouble, even keeping those presses running all the time. They're having trouble keeping up with the demand, and which is just, hopefully when the racing season starts to taper off and things start to slow down, maybe, we can get some stockpile built up to, so we don't have this situation next year as bad as it was this year. But I think for the foreseeable future in the dirt tire world, it's going to be a little bit tough.
Yeah. So anyway, let's switch gears and go to American Racer, because it's the same scenario there, guys. Everybody listening, American Racer is the same situation. They're still fighting supplies. I think that the demand is high because everybody wants to race now that COVID is kind of over, in my opinion. We're moving forward. Everybody's out and about. So the demand's high or whatever. Continental seems to have a great thing for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
To give us a little bit more stability behind Hoosier with the Continental brand, as big as it is, and worldwide the Continental is and stuff too. I think we've got a little bit of a help there. And I do believe that Continental is supporting Hoosier as best they can with some products and things, but they can't give up a lot of products to give, so they can keep making the passenger car and light duty truck tires from that part too.
Yeah. So Hoosier, is, about 7 or 8 years ago, Hoosier was acquired by Continental Tire, and that, has proved to be a really positive thing in these times that we're living in now, because, believe it or not, Hoosier is the largest company, the largest producer, or the largest user of the nylon cord of any brand under the Continental banner, because a majority of the tires that Hoosier produces are bias ply tires and not a radial. So the Continental, the mothership of Continental, has been able to step in when Hoosier begins to face some of these shortages like nylon and carbon black, and are able to utilize their resources to, ship in the material that's needed and keep production going. And I don't think that's something that American Racer has, in their back pocket, because they're such a smaller company. And American Racer, is building tires as fast as they can. But, I think they've had to neglect some of their other business to keep their core business afloat, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. So, and it's we're talking about tires right now. We can talk about the whole supply chain, and this whole world is jacked up, in my opinion. It's just like our new car inventory and stuff out here. I mean, the demand is high, the supply is low. But I will say I see a little bit of light at the tunnel when Ford come around this month to actually tell me how many new cars I'm going to get for basically September production. It's the biggest number I've seen. It's still not back to even close to what we were getting, 2 years ago from that part. But I do believe on the new car side, we're a couple years out of this scenario. But what I'm worried about is we're going to be basically 3 years at least of making all the manufacturers about 10 million new cars less per year. Well, what's going to happen once the new car inventory gets banked up? Then we're out of used cars, because everybody's still driving cars and everything else like that too. I think we're in a 5 to 6 year run here of getting everything even close to back to normal. from that part. And it's getting to where that's what's driving. I mean, I've never seen in the 40 years of me doing this in this business that used cars that are appreciating, not depreciating,
right.
from that part. But it's just because of the demand. People's got to have cars and everything else too, from that part. And I've said this many times. I price every used car on our inventory, and it used to be that every car every 7 days got looked at to reevaluate it, see if it's priced right to the market and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking at every car every day because of what it's changing, what it's doing, just to make sure that we're priced right, to be competitive, and everything else out there in the marketplace for what's happening there too. So, but I think we've got a long stretch ahead of us. I don't think it's going to be an easy time for the next couple years on where we're at. Do I think we'll ever be back up to the 800 nuke Fords we had sitting out here in the ground? No, I don't. I really don't think we're ever going to see that kind of a situation from that part too. So anyway, let's switch gears to the Lightning, F-150 Lightning. If you haven't come out and test drove that, we've got the XL version, what I call it, but they call it the Pro, which is your base model. And from that part, Lightning out here, it's a demo. It's here to drive. I'm not selling the truck. Can't sell it basically for 6 months. Even after that, I'm probably still not going to sell it because I want something here for everybody to show and be able to drive. It's kind of like we still have one of the first Bronco demos set in here, full-size Broncos for people to see and everything. And, talking about Bronco, we're finally getting quite a few of those in and finally delivering a lot of those to our customers that have waited a very long time for that Bronco. But we got a Bronco set in here, full-size Bronco still here for you to test drive. And it's right along with the Maverick. We've kept a Maverick here too because the demand for Maverick is crazy good. Building as many as they can, but the order bank's been shut off for a while. I hope that order bank's going to open back up for the 23 models in August. I don't know. The Ranger was supposed to open up last week, and they pushed it back into August from that part too. So F-150 is supposed to open up here on the 18th, so we'll see if that holds still and everything else too from that part. So going to get interesting.
Yeah, F-150 Lightning is a cool truck. I've always kind of been on the fence with the whole EV thing and what that was going to look like and how those vehicles were going to be. But the F-150 Lightning is really cool. Now, yeah, like Phil said, our demo model is an XL. It's it's the work truck model, but it still has.
Have you drove it?
No, a little. I've driven it a little. No, I haven't really gone more than a couple miles in it, but maybe I'll do that after the show.
There you go.
But we got in a F-150 Lightning Platinum for a customer here a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And I went out and scoped that truck out, and I sat in it and, turned everything on and messed around with it a little bit. And let me tell you, that was probably the coolest half-ton truck I'd ever seen in my life.
Well, I've drove the XL quite a bit. I shouldn't say quite a bit, 20, 30, 40 miles, something like that, and a couple different times and stuff. And I'm telling you what I'm amazed about is being the base model truck and how much technology is in that truck, from the dash to screens and everything else that's in there. But that truck, the Pro truck, was made for your fleet truck or the contractors and that sort of thing. I had Andy Dunbar out here from P1 Group, who's a good partner with us and everything else too. He took the truck out for a while and came back and said, "Oh my God, this is crazy." I said, "I know, it is crazy good." And that's the base model. Range is about 210 miles, but that kind of varies on how you brake and how you drive it and how you accelerate and that kind of thing. The regenerative braking, when you let off the brake, it's recharging that battery and stuff too. So I don't know if we drove it. I think the truck's got about 600 miles on it right now.
Yeah,
from that part. But you need to come out and just take it for a drive. What I'm amazed about is how quiet it is in the cab. There's no wind noise. There's no nothing. Granted, there's no engine to be heard once you're driving down the road either, or exhaust coming out the back. So maybe that's part of it too. But the inside cab of that thing is comfortable, it's quiet, and the power is still pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's fast.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so we took it out to the Cars and Tunes car show, I think it was called, in Hutchinson. Last weekend or the week before. We had several vehicles out there on display, but that one definitely got the most attention. And there's a video floating around social media of
someone getting in the frunk.
Me getting closed in the frunk just to show how big it actually is. And I'm kind of a big guy. Yeah.
And you fit right in. Was it pretty tight or pretty?
It's, it was kind of snug. I mean, I had to duck my head down in there, but I'm 6 foot, 240 pounds, and then I was in a frunk.
In the frunk, meaning
frunk.
instead of a trunk, it's a frunk.
Yeah. So.
So anyway, let's get caught up on some of the things. Yeah, James Furman, I would love to sit down and talk to you about something, how we can partner up with the viewers on your deal, on your channel and stuff like that, to maybe have some discounts or things like that through MH Ford Racing. Yeah, I agree with you. It's going to take the end of the year, but I will tell you, James, Hoosier didn't ship any tires to us for quite a bit here in the first part of the year, trying to get their stocks built back up and everything else too. So agree with you there too. That's at the end of the year, if they will give them time to catch up and stuff too. I hope so. That part too. Delbert Alt slept in this morning. Delbert, you have a late night? What's going on there, buddy? Usually you're bright and cheery-eyed and ready to go. You must have had a late night or something, huh? So anyway, so the Lightning, you need to come out, take a test drive, come check out that Lightning. It's here to drive, no pressures, anything else like that. Of course, right now, can't even order a Lightning either. We've got about 80 more people in line with the reservations. We ended up getting a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next 2 are Lariat extended range batteries coming. So they're coming around the corner. And then we got 1 more Lariat. The other 3 are Lariats that are coming on that part too. So just come out and take a test drive. Come up to the front desk, tell them, hey, I want to go for a drive in the Lightning. We'll get one of the sales guys to jump in with you and take it for a spin. It's pretty fun, pretty cool. So
pretty neat. So what's your prediction? Hell, you probably already know the answer. What's your prediction of the next EV pickup that Ford's going to come out with?
Well, I think it's going to be the Ranger, is what I think.
That's what I think too.
I think it's going to be the Ranger. Now, I will tell you, about a year ago, we went to the new car show. They showed us an Explorer. And let me tell you how cool that thing was. But it's been pushed back again, supply and demand for batteries. And that's another thing. Ford's building a big major plant there in Kentucky to try to build more batteries and things for these electric cars. Going to get there and everything else too from that part. But that's why the Explorer has been on. The Explorer, if it wouldn't have been for the supply chain, I think the Explorer would be here already from Ford from that part. Is the frunk on the Lightning in a 2 body or 3 frunk? The mob is inquiring. Oh, I see what he's saying. Furman, you're something else, buddy. You're live and well on the comment side, so that's good.
Well, I don't think anybody else would have fit in there with me, but I was in there.
I saw the video. I seen it going closed on you. I thought maybe he's going to look claustrophobic in there and get all kinds of problems going on.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty quick to hit the emergency
release button. Let's get you back out of there.
Open it back up.
You wouldn't have got me in there. I can promise you that.
I do get a little claustrophobic, but hey, whatever it takes to try to sell one, right?
That's right. So anyway, so the Lightning's out here to test drive. The Maverick is out here, and this is a hybrid Maverick. And I drove it. It was brand new. Had a lunch meeting at the Scotts and Sirloin, and I drove it to Scotch and back and pulled it up underneath the tire there and got 40.1 or 2 miles to the gallon. And I drove it normal. I didn't try to get mileage, didn't try to do anything else from that part. But that was driving right down Kellogg and driving back, pulling in 40 miles to the gallon out of that Maverick. So hopefully that order bank's going to open up quick if you want to get in line for one of those. We've got quite a few still coming on orders and things that are still out there for the 22 model year. And I hope they don't run out, but I think they're going to be running out of some to be able to build all the 22s they talked about they were going to. So anyway, hey, let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Love to hear from you. Love to answer your questions. Anything in your car, talk about anything in automobile world, anything in racing, and you get that great price package valued over $130.
Yes, call us. I mean, I know everybody calls in and wants to talk to Josh, and he's not here, but somebody call and talk to us.
Somebody. Anyway, so hope Goose or Nick Roberts going to call in and talk about Kansas International Dragway and see what's going on out there today. Delbert, yeah, he slept in a little sinus infection. Sorry, buddy. You got to have that sleep to fight it off. I get it. So
that is going around.
It is. So anyway, anything else in MH Ford Racing we can talk about, Nick, or anything new, exciting, anything happening there?
A couple more new brands that we're about to bring in. Kevco Racing Products. Kevco is known for. They started off being known for the oil pans that they build. They build oil pans for about every application that you can think of: steel pans, aluminum pans, you name it. They make something for it. But they've also come out with a really cool line of pit tools and accessories, and they've, if you're a circle track racer, they've got this pair of toe plates that they've came out with that is, the top of the market. They're awesome. I know you want some of those.
Yeah, I do.
So we're working on that, and so we're going to bring in them, and then also the Gorsuch cooling fans that have become real popular with the a lot of the IMCA guys and the crate racing guys, the lightweight composite fan. We've got some of those coming next week, so we ordered about 20 of those, and we will have them in stock and have them up on our website very, very soon. So
yeah, so racers, as you're looking at our webpage or you come into our store and you don't see something you want, of course, ask, because who knows, we might still have it in the back. Can't get everything up front in the showroom like we'd like, but if there's some other brand or some other thing you're looking for, we're always looking and examining and trying to figure out exactly other products. But that's why I kind of put Kevco in, and why we was waiting on Simpson forever for that part. So if you see something like that, just let us know. We'd love to look at different vendors and things like that too, to go in, and granted, we look at some vendors and it just don't make sense. Yep. We just don't put them in from that part too, from that part. So just let us know what you're looking for and let us help you from that part. So anyway, what else we got to cover here? We service is going to close a little early today. We are headed for a recognition dinner. We had some good months here, and Lisa's rewarding all of us for the great months and stuff we're having. So service will be closing at 3, I think, today.
3 o'clock today. Yeah, everything will be closed.
So
parts and service will be closing at 3
instead of 4 at the main shop and 5 at Quick Lane. So a few hours early, so we can all get together and celebrate our great times and our great team we have here at Mel Hambelton Ford. Okay, what you got here, Furman? If someone buys an electric Ford Explorer when it finally comes out and doesn't put the classic Jurassic Park wrap on it, it would be a huge missed opportunity. Yeah, you're probably right, Furman.
I guess that's right. Those were electric, weren't they?
Were they?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Jurassic Park came out a long time ago.
Not one of my movies, I can tell you that.
It's not really one of mine either. But,
wasn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I watched it.
Yeah, I got it. Anyway, hey, let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Love to hear from you. Answer anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, anything from that standpoint, and give you a great price package. Buy it over $130 just for calling into the show. So anyway, I'm trying to think of anything else, Nick. We've talked about the new products. We've talked about that. We've talked about the new Simpson stuff coming through MH Ford Racing. Excited for all those new products and things from that point. What else is happening in parts there that we've not covered or talked about or whatever too?
We've got a lot of big July and August are going to be some pretty big months for racing for our team. We've got a lot of big races coming up.
Yeah, where we headed? Where we headed this week? We're headed to Denver, right?
Yeah. So this coming week, we've got the NHRA Mile High Nationals in Denver. We've got a team headed out there to meet the Hoosier corporate truck to service all the sportsmen and top alcohol racers out there.
So is this a national event? Or
it is a national event.
So the big boys will be there.
Yeah,
too.
The big boys will be there. So the Hoosier has a corporate truck that travels to all of the NHRA national events, and our job as the distributor is to send people to staff that truck. So we will sell and service tires to the sportsman racers, and we will just basically sell off of their truck. And then after, also next week, we're not servicing it directly, but we're servicing the first night on Tuesday directly. But after that, we have a dealer servicing it. We've got the USAC National Midget Series. Tuesday night, they will be in Meeker, Oklahoma. We'll be going down there to service tires for that. And then Wednesday night, they're going to be at the Solomon Valley Raceway in Beloit, Kansas. And then
Beloit, really?
Beloit, yep. And then next Friday and Saturday, they will be at Fairbury, Nebraska. So if you are a USAC fan and you want to see some national midget, there's going to be some big names there at all of those events. So you might check one of those out. Later on in the month, we've got the Silver Dollar Nationals in Nebraska at I-80 Speedway. This will be the last Silver Dollar Nationals because after this year, I-80 Speedway is closing, unfortunately.
You don't think somebody's going to buy it? It's reopened.
You know, at this point, I don't know. It's going to be tough to say, but I've heard some rumors that some other entities have bought it for the land or are working on a deal in that respect. So it'll be interesting to see what happens this winter and what exactly comes of it. But this is the last Silver Dollar Nationals, and that is the last week of July up at I-80 Speedway in Nebraska. So
tell me what that's really like.
So it's the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series. It's one of their crown jewel races. It's a 3-day race, and the A feature on the last day, the 100-lap A feature, pays $53,000 to win.
$53,000 to win.
$53,000 to win.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. And
53,000.
53,000. And the reason that it's 53,000, and not 50,000 is because the Kosiskis, who own I-80 Speedway, when they raced, their number was always 53. So a lot of the things they do incorporate the number 53. So it's 53,000 to win, and the last place finisher, whatever the starting money is, if it's $1,000 or whatever, I think it's $1,053 or $2,053. But it's just kind of cool. And the purse is paid out. I don't know if it still is today, but when they first started, the purse is actually paid out in silver dollars. So that's why they call it the Silver Dollar National.
They give them 53,000 silver dollars?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Got to back a truck up for that, right?
Yeah, probably.
I'd like to see that. How big a area that 53,000 silver dollars.
Yeah.
Where do they get them all?
I have no idea. The bank.
The bank. Yeah, I get it.
I got a pretty good connection with Malvern Bank up there. So, and then we get into August. We've got the Race Saver Nationals at Eagle Raceway. We got all kinds of good stuff coming up.
Goose is going to get here in a second from Kansas International Dragway and give us an update and everything that's happened at the Kansas International Dragway. So we'll get him on here in just a second here. And you got that ready to go. Good morning, Rex Strigero. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Josh is a little shorter. Josh is off today. He's at his father-in-law's funeral that passed away last week. And so, again, sorry, Josh, and your family. Prayers for everyone there. And
Goose, are you there?
I'm right here.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Whole lot today. Big things are happening out at Kidd. We've got the Bracket Race Revival. We're running Super Pro, Sportsman's. We're running the juniors. We've got pro bike races, street bike races, and high school and junior street.
High school and junior.
High school.
So
why not? We all started somewhere.
That's right. I remember going to the high school drags with my 83 Camaro back when I was in high school. That was a lot of fun.
Well, I hate to tell
back in the butt rock day.
Yeah, my 75 Chevelle and I were back then it was Wichita International Dragway. Late 70s, early 80s, racing out there all the time too. But I hate to say, but I did a little street racing too. Can you believe that?
No, not you.
No, I can't believe you've done anything like that.
No, not at all. So anyway, what time does everything start? What's the cost to get in? All that good stuff, Goose?
You bet. The gates are going to open up at 2. Junior time runs at 3. Big car tire runs at 5. Pro and Super Pro will be running the 8th mile. The Sportsman will run the quarter mile. And we have first and second round buybacks, as well as spectators are only $10 to get in to watch all this.
$10 to get in for some great fun and everything else too. Any food trucks, anything exciting there for the concession stand, or just normal concessions today, or anything, Goose?
Well, I'd like to say we got super concessions open today.
Awesome.
Yeah. No,
I got to vouch for your concession stand because we did an event, the radio show out at Bar to Bar, and then we came over and had breakfast at your concession stand. And I'm going to tell you, that was probably one of the best biscuits and gravy I ever had. So Got a great concession stand going there.
Those are
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, we've got some really super cool things coming up. Last night we did the Boss Babes, and
What's Boss Babe? So everybody kind of knows what that is.
well, Boss Babes is women drivers only,
Only.
and it's only. You could be a woman to drive if you got to be a Boss Babe. Get it?
Got it. Got it.
So that doesn't mean you can put a dress on and go down there and do it incognito.
Well, I was just getting ready to say, can I put a wig on and go get in the car?
Nah, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I get it. So
Those girls have a great time down there. It seems like every time we do a Boss Babes turnout, it gets a little bit bigger and bigger. And last night was just a great show out, and we were really super happy to have everybody out there, especially battling the heat in the day, but it sure cooled down at night, and it got a little bit better. Today's a little cooler, so we expect a pretty big turnout as well.
well, fantastic. So if I want to come watch drag race, I need to be there by 5. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, by 5, that's when the big guys start taking off. But you know, I'd really take advantage of coming down there a little earlier and watch these juniors get out there and see what these kids are doing. They're really inspirational, and they've got a lot of guys out there that are motivating these kids to follow up in their footsteps. Got a lot of grandparents out there with their grandkids that they put in the race cars, and it's really super happy times out there. Good family time.
All right, Kansas International Dragway. Just head out Ridge Road to 63rd Street, correct?
61st.
61st. Take a left, go west, half mile, and there you are. And I'm going to tell you, for
Yes,
$10
sir.
to get in is going to be some great fun, great drag racing, and all that kind of stuff. Had a good night last night, so that's cool. And excited for you today. Anything coming up down the road you want to let everybody know about, Goose, and everything else too?
You know, we do have a few things coming up, and I'm going to defer to my management team to put all that out. But I want to put a special shout out to Mel Hambelton. We really appreciate you guys and all the help and the support, bringing us out the track trucks like you did, and we really appreciate you guys.
No, it works both ways, Goose. It's a great partnership, and you know, this town needs a great drag strip, so can't thank you enough for coming from Oklahoma and moving here. And kind of got a little bit of a late start, but I think you're doing a great job out there. What's happening there? Just excited for what you can do out there and what we can do to help you partner. And like I said, this town needs a great drag strip, and can't wait to see what you do future years with the track and stuff too. You've and that sort of thing. We were out there for the Beat the Heat deal, which was a great turnout and another good fun. And can't get over how many runs we did compared to last year with the cops. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a real super event, and I hope that you guys continue it. It's something that was really another great thing for the community to get to know the guys at the police force. And we had, I believe, counties and cities out there kind of competing against each other a little bit too.
Yeah, that was fun. The sheriff was out there, and they brought a couple cars, and a guy and a lady came out and had a great time with that. It was, and I can't wait for next year, Goose. We need to make it. And then again, the improvement from last year to this year was great. I think if we can work on getting some more surrounding communities involved, Mays and Goddard and Valley Center, those kind of communities right around us, I think everybody's just kind of learning, and we'll just keep growing this thing in and make it huge and better each and every year.
Yeah, you bet. Well, that sounds great, but I got to get running. Gates are opening too, and we got a lot of work to do between now and then.
Have fun and good luck, and everybody head out to Kansas International Dragway. Goose, thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
You got it, my friend.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
3-0.
Troy Furman looking to buy a couple gallons of race fuel. Do you know anywhere I can get some? Yeah, I sure do, Troy. If you want BP, you want Sunoco, you want Renegade, you can all get it right here at Mel Hambelton Ford. If you want it in 5-gallon pails, 55s, you want to buy a gallon at a time, we got it in bulk too. Whatever you need, we've got your racing fuel setups for you. Whatever brand is your flavor of your choice, doesn't really matter. And why do we have all three? Because everybody likes something different. It's kind of like a Ford Chevy kind of a situation. It's kind of like that kind of deal. So we've got it. So Troy, just we're here today till 3, not 4 today, because of our recognition dinner we're going to have this afternoon, and from that part. So get here before 3 o'clock, Troy. We'll get them fixed up, and get your friend sets for a friend. I get it. So let him make sure he knows about the 5% discount card to get signed up on that too. So he makes sure he keeps saving that money. So
yeah, it just blows me away the amount of racing fuel that we move out of this place every month. It's just crazy.
it is crazy, but that's one of the best. I mean, most things that people use
Mhm.
is that race fuel.
That's it. That's
and
it.
From that part, Scott Weibel watching on. Scott, how you doing, buddy? All come standard with nitrous and blow that horn again. He's got a story there too. Anyway, just a few minutes left on the show. We've kind of covered everything pretty well. Everything else too. Love to answer any questions you might have from that part. Get out to Kansas International Dragway this evening and to watch some great drag races. I said get out there at 5. Goose said get out there a little sooner. The gates are opening up now for the racers getting in and stuff too. Great time for the family to go out there, grab everybody. $10 to get in. That's pretty cheap, isn't it?
That's cheap entertainment these days.
Cheap entertainment today. So they've got a great concession stand out there to take care of you too from that part. And when we were out there for Beat the Heat, I hate to tell you how much I love drag racing.
It's
love
cool.
to go. Oh, it's cool. Love to go. Love to burn some rubber up, have some good burnouts and that sort of thing too. So what the heck? Does Troy Furman need some racing fuel? Is he going to put it in his Focus? James, I don't know, but you have to ask Troy what he's doing there. Maybe he is putting his Focus. He said it was for a friend, is what he said.
But I mean, we have a blend for that. So
yeah. What? Okay. So what do we got? He could put in his Focus.
well, we got some 100 octane unleaded he could put in
Woo! Look at that. That'd make that Focus burn up, wouldn't it?
there. Yeah, make it go fast.
Go fast. Heavy on the light on the go pedal.
That's right.
The go
That's right.
pedal
Might scare you.
might scare you a little bit too. So anyway, come out and test drive the Lightning. Come out and test drive the Maverick, the Bronco. From that part, come out and get your race fuels and stuff. But remember, everybody, we're closing the service. God, I can't say that right, can I? Service department at 3 today. Quick lane at 3 also. So don't miss out on that. We're normally here at 4 and normally here at 5 on quick lane. From that part. So trying to think what else we need to talk about. And Alan Cover wants to know if we got nitro.
Not currently, but we could get him some.
We can get you some, Alan.
I don't know why Alan Covert would want nitro, but
I don't know either. What are you burning up on nitro there, Alan?
Got, something up his sleeve. Who knows? Maybe he's gonna sneak some of it into that 3 jig. I probably shouldn't say that on the air.
Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. So, hey, anyway, let's think about our sponsors here real quick that help us each and every week. Of course, Big Corner Creative, that's your advertising company. It's a complete advertising company. Yes, it's owned by Mel Hambelton Ford. And Jesse has a great team of people down there that take care of you. If anything you need to advertise your business or whatever, from a webpage design, vehicle wrap, window wrap, race car wraps, window tint, anything in the advertising world, Google advertising, anything, those guys can set you up a plan and help you build your business, build your stats, everything you need to do to advertise from that part. So see Jesse down there, and they've got a good slogan. It says, just Google us. It's on their sign down there as you drive by there at Big Corner Creative. Go to rent. Hey, it's summertime. I know everybody's needing rental cars and stuff too. I've been trying to get some fleet back in the stand over there for the rentals. Normally we got about 150 to 170 vehicles over there. We're down to about 40. The reason for that is can't get them. And Ford only lets me leave those vehicles in that rental department for so long. I have tried and tried to get them to let me leave them in longer. They won't, because they've got to be aged out and turned and everything else too from that part. So I'm down to about 40 vehicles over there, plus the vans, of course. So if you need a 12 or 15 passenger van, give Stan a call right inside there at Mel Hambelton Ford. And I promise you, we're very competitive on any of your rental rates that are out there from all your other rental companies and stuff too. So go see those guys. See Stan in Go To Rent right inside here at Mel Hambelton Ford. And of course, we talked a lot about BG products here on the other side of the corner, and everything we do with them and everything that they have available for your car. And remember, in the owner's manual, it's what is the minimum amount you need to do to your car to take care of it. The manufacturer just cares about you getting through that warranty period, and then it's your baby. But if you want to make sure you're protecting your investment, sit down with one of our advisors and let them walk you through and get you a great maintenance plan for your driving needs, because I can promise you Nick's got a different driving habit than I've got. We both need a different maintenance schedule. to maintain your car, maintain your truck. And if you got a truck you're towing a lot, you know what? You got to have a different maintenance schedule more frequently than the guy that's just driving his truck. So sit down with one of our advisors and let them set up a plan with you and your BG products to take care of all your needs to keep those lubricants doing exactly what they need to do. James Furman, thank you, Big Corner Creative, for everything you do for me. James, no, you're very welcome. It's a partnership again with you and Big Corner Creative and Mel Hambelton Ford. Appreciate everything you do in the racing world and all the videos you do. You're out there a whole lot of times out there doing those videos and stuff and doing a lot of posts and everything for your channel. So I'm hoping you're growing that channel very hard and getting things done there. So if you need to check out any races past or from that part, go check out James Furman videos. He's had tons of videos out there you can search and go. And I'm always going back and watching some of those videos too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I watch them too.
So great job there, James, on that from that part. So anyway, Nick, you know what? I'm out of things to talk about this morning. And it's about time to go.
About time to go.
Time to go. So, hey, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember, we're closing at 3 today, so don't miss out on that. And come see us for all your racing needs. Come see us for all your service needs. Come out and drive out the Lightning. Come drive the Maverick. Come drive the Bronco. Come drive all three. I don't care. They're here. That's what they're here for. They're demos. And we're going to leave them here for quite a while so people can have a time till we get a chance to get some stock on the ground before we'll sell those other vehicles. I've got everybody coming to try to buy that Bronco from me, and I can't sell it.
Yeah.
I got to have something here for everyone
Gotta
to
have
see,
it.
drive, and test drive, and that sort of thing too. So everybody have a great weekend. Stay hydrated. Stay out of the heat. Everything else too. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we will talk to you next Saturday.